let me... Yeah, this camera's a little off. Alright, there we go. If you're ever one of those nights when you go to bed decently early, you know, earlier than usual, and then you get up a lot earlier than you want to the next day, to the point where you can't even get back to sleep. This is one of those days. I went to bed around 10, and then I was up around 4:40 to piss, and then I immediately went back to bed, and then I tried to sleep for over an hour, and I'm like, well, this isn't working. So, watch some videos by fellow GTA 4 player GB, also known as Goddammit Boone, link in the video description, of course. Where's this cock going over here? Oh, this is a good car, though. This is... I think I was a little hard on this car. A little too hard on this car when I, you know... Oh my god. No, like I said, even in the rain, this car handles. It's got ground clearance, too, so it's very hard to get stuck. Now, its lack of torque is pretty apparent. You know, this feels like one of those 82 to 89 or thereabouts HT 4100 equipped Cadillacs. I mean, you know, the cars were still good handling cars. They always were. You know, once it got downsized in 77. But, you know, the motor was just anemic. And this actually makes sense, because the same year the HT 4100 became standard on civilian, aka non-fleet limousine cars, it was the same year the Turbo 700R4, the infamous GM 4-speed automatic that was put behind Camaros, Corvettes, Caprices, Cadillacs, and many other cars that probably shouldn't have been put behind. The early units were pretty terrible from what I remember. What the frick? It's a strange way to land. I don't know, for some reason this car doesn't seem like it handles that section well, or that jump. I don't know why. It's so weird. I don't know why my frame rate's dropping either. This is console. This is supposed to be the optimized version of GTA 4. Yeah, you never know it, though. God damn it. Hopefully I'm not, you know, destroying GB's sanity by driving her baby in such an undignified and not immersive way. Hold on. I need to game the stars here. Hold on. There's a method to my madness, I promise. If I do this right, I can get them to all to spawn in the wrong area. That's how you lose the stars here. Yeah, okay, I did it right. Yes! Thank God for abusing the fuck out of this game's spawning system. Wow, no, this thing's impressive. I mean, the errors I'm making, they're not huge. I mean, even when I, you know, hit that tree because I didn't give it enough gas, I forgot in the mud you have less grip, which also means, you know, you're going to have more understeer, but then when it becomes oversteer, it's going to become more pronounced as well. It's really minor. No, I think I was wrong about this car. I mean, as long as you don't make it a track meet, as long as you drive it like you would a Stratum, you know, basically take turns quickly and don't get into close quarters, and I don't know, this is actually a much better car than I thought it would be. I mean, yeah, it helps that I did a bunch of, well, not a bunch, I really only did 4 Star Getaways with the Stratum, but yeah, the two cars are a lot closer together than you may think. You think, you know, downsized C-body Cadillac versus, you know, Honda CB7 Accord wagon. What do you mean? Those cars can't be any more different. Well, in real life, probably. Body on frame versus unibody. Floor shift versus column shift. You know, V8 versus inline 4. You know, steel bumpers versus plastic. But in GTA 4, they drive pretty similarly. This is surprising. I think I'm starting to see why GB likes this car. At least from Broker, it's pretty good. As long as you are comfortable with driving handling only cars. I mean, like I say, if this becomes a drag race or a track meet, this thing loses badly. Otherwise, though, it's hold on, I'll make it. I will not make it. I mean, I wouldn't say early. I mean, just in what I'd seen about it before. It's actually a really good handling car. It handles the bumps really well. It's got ground clearance, unlike the Stratum. Of course, you pay for this by having, you know, you're a bigger target. And this car, you know, depending on how you hit some ramps or jumps, it's kind of weird. But I don't know. It's hold on, let me get on this truck here. I will say GB. I understand while you drive this car from Getaways. It actually makes sense if you know to just literally glue a brick to the accelerator. Don't use the brakes too often because the car engine brakes so well. And look at, I just lifted off a teeny tiny bit. This is cool. No, this car does remind me a lot of the Stratum. I mean, the two similar teams designed those cars. This was more of a practical. And the brakes aren't as good as the Stratums, but I mean, other than that, I mean, the two are pretty darn close. Let me get out of here. Not bad. We'll do some more. See, this car is not about straight line speed. It never was. It handles decently well. Like I said, it's really weird because this car has a rear brake bias, so the rears lock up long before the fronts. And there are a couple of reasons why. You know, the most obvious is, you know, there's more weight over the front of the car, but the rear brakes engage sooner. So in other words, that's why see how it's got a bit of oversteer initially? See how it slides? That's not sensible brake setup. Now, obviously, I think there's a way you can fix that. You just change the brake bias. I would actually give it a little bit more brake pedal force as well, because you really do have to stand on it. You know, it's not like some of these other cars that lack ABS and you have to be kind of gentle. This is the other way around. You got to be fucking ham-fisted with it. I mean, clearly this car doesn't seem to care too much either way, but like, see here, I'm not braking any earlier. I'm just braking harder because I have to remember. I have to get the fronts to engage. God damn, this car is slow. Jesus Christ, you are not... Wow, I can't reset my stars. This thing is not winning any drag races in its lifetime, although it will handle. Handles the bumps really good, too. See how you... So I got the nose to tuck with a little bit more brake pedal force and with more of a front bias. Fuck. Wow, I was really, really, really fucking stupid. I like that. I like how, you know, I this, you know, somewhat heavy car, and I just do a little sideways bounce off a fucking light post, and it's like, nope, you're gonna hit the wall. Like, thanks. Where's this child? You know what? You cannot mentally grasp how slow this thing is until you drive it. Oh my god. It's definitely on the leisurely side of things. We'll go with that. Got a hell of a lot of speed cut. Wow. This thing really does put on the... I mean, it'll carry a lot of speed. It doesn't get it, but it'll maintain it. It's really a momentum car. Yeah, we got it. Just keep going. Close it out. Close out the series, as they say in a hockey setting. Go, Cadillac! Go, Emperor, you slow momentum driving cockmobile! Rolling burnout! Oh god, it won't do it! Oh, it's got a little bit. It's got a one-tire fire! Like most of them did, because most people were idiots and didn't order positive traction rear. That's a good song. Yeah, you know, just stay on the gas. I'd rather have more speed than less when it comes to this car. Alright, whatever. Bit of a wild ride. I mean, I'll take it. I think this drizzle is pretty much slowing all of us down. I'm not going to argue with that. Such a strange song. It's funny, though. You got it. Yep, there we go. Good. Had it for about a second there. What a great song. They're trying to just... Alright, seriously? They're just trying to clog the road with as many cars as they can. World's most intense, slow getaway ever. There might be a better way to go through this area, now that I think about it. If you just go, you know, maybe diagonally and cut, that way you can just keep your speed up and you won't go hitting all the bumps. I don't know, that's... 10,000 squared? What the hell? Hold on. I'm gonna take a risk over here. I shouldn't be doing this, but... Actually, no, this does work. Alright. Alright, I'm not gonna argue with that.